Hey, what's up, Skunks? This is episode 1 of Chasing Chunks. Kind of an overview of our 1-week trip in Alberta that was supposed to be chasing after some big trout. Kind of turned into a little bit of a struggle fest, but we ended up actually getting a couple good fish. So anyway, so day 1 was we were actually driving up there from BC, and we ended up stopping at the river right behind our house, and I caught one really big brown. I think it was like 16 inches, pretty decent sized brown. And then I didn't end up getting the GoPro footage because it was like my first cast. I didn't think I was going to hook anything. And so the second day, we decided to go back there again and do a full day, because the first day we only did like maybe half hour to an hour max before it was dark, because we got there pretty late in the evening. So Addy actually didn't come with us the first day because he was tired from the drive. So the second day he was pretty hyped because we told him, because my mom also missed like a, I don't know, like a 16-inch cutty that first day. So we're all pretty hyped to go back. Anyway, so the water was a lot murkier that second day, farther upstream. I think lower downstream, the water was a little thinner, so for some reason it became less murky. I don't know why. The water was just a lot murkier. My mom got into one really big cutthroat because we went on the back side where it was really extremely hard to access. But that was the only fish we pulled out of there. And we about, I don't know, maybe, what do you think, Addy? Like 3 miles? Yeah, like 3 miles upstream. And after that, we didn't hook into another fish. Mondo got one big whitefish, actually. My bad.
I got a fish.
You got a fish?
Yeah.
Nice fish?
I don't know. I can't.
Looks like it.
Swear to God, dude.
Huh?
Don't tell me.
No, I see it.
Oh, it's a whitefish.
It's a whitefish.
Is it a whitefish?
It's a whitefish.
Please let it be a whitefish. Yeah, it's a big whitefish. Which we thought was a big trout, and I think it was like a 17, 18-inch whitefish, like a really big whitefish that we thought for a second looked like a big cutty.
No, there's a cat in the video.
This is Louise. She didn't want to leave for the interview, so we're just gonna keep her here. Anyway, so I don't know. It was like after lunch, I'd say around 3 o'clock. Nobody had gotten a bite. Armando had snapped his rod on what he thought was a big bull trout, and Addy didn't get a bite all day after we had been hyping it up. And I was literally just, I'm talking to the camera, I'm like, oh, I'm not catching any fish today. And then out of nowhere, Alex hooks up, and his reel just starts screaming. Alrighty guys, so far it's been a little bit of a struggle fest. Mondo just snapped his rod, so it's not going too great. Oh, never mind, it's going great. Alex just hooked into a fish. Alex! Put him on the reel. That's a big fish. I got the long rod. Long.
That's what I'm saying. Don't give us tension.
Come on, dude, get it.
Alex, put your finger off the line so it can have some drag.
Just keep reeling him in, Alex. That's like a 20-inch fish.
Okay, well, Alex.
You're gonna have to fight him for a little bit, Alex. Don't keep reeling, let him. All right, keep going, keep going. Ah!
Holy shit.
I think that's a 20-incher, dude.
Oh my God. I'm so happy.
Woo! Alex!
Are you recording?
No.
Anyway, so the third day, we went to go check out a river we had actually heard some pretty good things about. And then we got there and the flows were super high. It was really pretty river, but the flows were super high, and there was another pair of anglers on the water, and they also didn't catch anything. So we ended up getting skunked that day. All right, so our 5th day there, we're like, all right, this day we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go hunt for some pike. And we got to the pike lake, and the water was low. Everywhere else, the water was way too high to fish, and at that one lake, the water was way too low. All the way to get, so we're just gonna fish around the outside because it said the bank fishing was decent, and then the water was way too low. We couldn't even wade out because we were already in the weeds. So we're like, all right, whatever, we'll go to a different river. So we ended up going to a different river that we're gonna go to the next day, and we went there, and then Addy caught a couple whitefish.
Whitefish. Whitefish. Whitefish for days, baby.
Mondo got triggered because Mondo caught like 5 whitefish, and I was getting pretty mad.
Where is it? I lost it.
Here.
Oh no, is that a whitefish? It's a goddamn whitefish.
And then we're going around the backside, and we accidentally walk into this Native American reservation that we hadn't seen on the way in because it was on the opposite side. And we kind of got yelled at. And then as we were leaving, there was one of the dudes was like mowing the lawn out on by the freeway. And we asked him if and he was really friendly actually, unlike the rest of them, he was really friendly. And so we asked him if he knew anywhere, and he like directed us down the road about a mile to one of the turnouts. So we head over to the turnout, and I hadn't even had a bite all day. I was getting pretty mad. My mom hadn't had a bite all day. Everyone else just caught whitefish. So we pull up, and it's this one like super big deep pool. And at that point, 2 days prior, I had lost that big bull trout. So I was like, whatever, dude. All I want to catch today is a bull trout on my streamer. So everyone else brought the 5-weight, and I just brought the streamer rod. And I was like, I'm just gonna throw the streamer for the next couple hours. And if I don't catch anything, whatever. So I'm throwing the streamer out, and there's this big tree that's fallen into the river. And out of nowhere, from like the side of the tree, this big shadow comes and looks at my streamer. And he kind of took it, and I set the hook, but he barely just nipped the back. So I was like, whatever. I'll go to the other side. Anyway, after I got that one streamer bite, I'm like, all right, I'll just go to the other side, and I'll throw the streamer in and see if, because I was like 100% sure he was hiding under the log. So I'm like, I'll just throw the streamer in, see if I can get a bite. This one's the one that's gonna get it done, guys. So I've got a bite. A pretty big bull trout, I believe. And he was right out there by that log. And I was getting snagged because on the way down, there's a current that brings you down. Right here, which is probably why he's waiting there, but I keep getting snagged. So I'm hoping if I come from this angle, I might be able to get him to eat and actually hook him. Of course the wind comes out now, so I can't even see it. Oh no! Oh no! I pulled it right out of his mouth again. Alright, so after I missed a streamer bite, I was like, alright, I'll just change my fly. So Addy was up on the rock above me, and he was looking down, and the fish had taken dries a couple times, and then I was starting to doubt it was a bull trout, but I was like, maybe, just maybe. Anyway, so I was like, alright, I'll just put on a dry fly. I put on a dry, and I was throwing it out for a little bit, and he rejected me. He didn't even look at it, and I was like, what the heck? He ate multiple dries next to me. I put on like 3 different dries. One, nothing to do with me. I was like, okay. I'm like, if I can't get him on dry, at least I can get him on the nymph. So I put on the nymph, and like 2 casts later, I get a perfect cast, goes right under the log, and bam! I feel something hit the line. But I finally got him. Don't worry guys, it might take me a while. Alright guys. Eddie's running over, so is Mundo. He's not giving me anything again. Oh my goodness. Not yet, Alex. Oh, don't do that, my dude. Please don't do that. Did that look like a whitefish to you, dude?
Oh, it'd be funny as Nah.
Nah, he wouldn't take a
Like
streamer.
whitefish.
Nah, there's no way. Oh.
I got the wrong one? Yep.
Has it really been eating off the top?
Is that the same one that you saw? It's a whitefish. Is that the same one?
Here, hold that guy there.
I don't think that's him. I think someone else was under there. Anyway, after I got that whitefish, I was kind of depressed. Like, there's no way that that fish was the same fish that was eating the dries and the same fish that chased my streamer. Anyway, so I rest that fish for like, I don't know, 20 more minutes, just let him kind of get comfortable, and I cast back out with the nymph rod. Nothing. Nothing. And then Addy loses sight of him, and then I was like, well, there's a fish. But I was like, fine, we'll give it like 20 minutes. I'll sit here, see if Addie spots him again. Otherwise, we gotta leave because it was getting late. And we don't see him anymore, and we gotta leave because it's like, I don't know, like 7 o'clock. And we had to be home, and it was like an hour and a half to get back to the house from there. So I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? So I was really frustrated. But then I was like, you know what? I'll give it like 5-10 more casts. I'll just throw the nymph rod, because he didn't want the streamer anymore. I threw the streamer a couple more times, didn't want anything to. So I was like, I'll throw the nymph, see if he wants it. So I'm just gonna keep casting. Stay on that grind. Maybe he moved into the water. Oh my gosh. Am I recording? I'm recording. Okay. That looks like the big fish. Oh no, 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 no.
Got it?
He's coming back.
Nice. White fish. Oh,
It's a very big rainbow. It's a
It's rainbow. Addie, you can't see him.
No, he's not coming back.
Yep.
Oh yes, yes, Mom!
Not a whitefish?
It's a rainbow.
It's a rainbow! Okay, you have to have a picture with this one, Xander. Addie, will you take his
Yep.
hold?
All right. This is the probably, I'd say, 18-inch rainbow that won't give up, that I grinded for 2 hours. 2 hours.
Are you gonna reel it back up?
2 whole hours for this dude. It's time to send this guy home. Give me a good battle. Made me work for him.
2 hours. I'm not joking.
He's gonna chill by the rock.
Mando!
Oh, sorry. I spooked him. He just wanted to relax.
Just go over there.
See you later, buddy.
Right, so it's gonna be day 8.
Day 7.
Coming in day 7 now. We'd taken a break the day before, hit up the zoo. Not too bad. Can't do too much at the zoo. It's not why we were in Canada anyways, but it was good to take a break. Quite a bit of struggling been going on as far as the trip has gone. I haven't caught anything yet, so it's getting it's definitely a little depressing, a little bit down on my spirits. So we saw some spots on the Bow River, thought we might give them a check. So we went the evening?
The next day.
Next day, went around the evening. It had been raining all day, so we were a little bit worried that we were going to get rained out. Once we got on the river, everything was high, as it had been the entire trip we've been there, so it was nothing out of sorts for us. But it was also a little bit of a struggle because all the rain had kicked up like thousands of mosquitoes, and we were getting eaten alive. They didn't care. Nothing was working. We had jackets on and everything, just getting eaten alive. So horrible. It makes it hard to fish when you're extremely distracted by just getting eaten. But still managed to find a couple of good spots. I was fishing a hole for, I'd say I fished this hole for at least 15-20 minutes before I finally gave up. And I was getting ready to move. My mom asked if she could fish the spot, and I was like, what the hell? I haven't caught anything, why not? Yeah, so I was just about to leave, and then out of nowhere, all of a sudden I hear my mom yelling that she's on a fish.
Fish! Just keep it on, Mom! Oh, it's a big fish.
Whoa, nice fish.
It's a big rainbow. Just keep, don't pull it up too much. Oh, it's a brown.
You got him, Xander? Got him. Yes!
Thank you, buddy, for bringing back our luck.
Bye. He's right there.
Hanging out right there for a second.
So after that, I moved away from the rest of the group, hoping that I could get myself a fish. Still was a little sad, fishless me. So moved away from the group. Nothing really there. Probably walked a couple good miles until still had nothing. We probably fished for a good another couple hours before all of us were kind of beaten down. So we said, screw it, we're gonna head home. Came back to one of the areas that I had run away to at the beginning is kind of like this dam slash like outflow area where they could pump water. But we ended up seeing these monster fish. There was this one that we saw that damn near could have been a dolphin. All you saw was its back breach every time. It was crazy, but we couldn't get anything. I threw on a dry fly because what the hell, we saw a lot of bugs out. We thought maybe. I ended up getting bit, but I was too excited at the first sight of a fish and I set on it like it was a freaking 20-incher. Ended up snapping my whole line. That was kind of the conclusion of that day. Till came back to the spot that my mom had caught once, because she had told us prior that she had felt larger fish. So we gave up the spot, let Xander take it. Then where things got a little more interesting finally.
Just hooked into a monster fish. Oh Lord. Are we sure this isn't a log?
Oh, don't lose it.
I don't think a log fights like that, dude.
Oh my God. All right, Mom. I think he's ready.
Yeah, Eddie.
Dang, you got scared.
Coming back towards you.
All right, Mom. He's ready for round 2. Nope. Never mind. Oh, come on. Oh, never mind. Oh God. All right, Mom. Oh, he won't turn. All right, all right.
Oh my God.
Eddie!
So sorry.
Oh my goodness gracious. It's okay. No, he's coming. He's coming. Yes! Let's get hyped. It's a brown.
Big ass brown.
This one deserves a ruler.
Oh,
Are you tired now?
God, dude, that shit was so scary. Every time he would go, tuk, 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 I thought that was the time that he was gonna spit the hook. All right, guys. Absolute monster brown trout. I mean, just thick, super thick, really chunky. Alrighty. Well, he had a good fight. I'm gonna let him go. Say bye bye to Big Fishy.
Hi, Fishy. The water's kind of murky.
Final day. Still not looking great for me, so I'm definitely looking to make up a lot of ground on this river, but we've heard a lot of good things, a lot of stuff about big fish and all that, so I was hoping I could definitely get into it. First half hour was a little rough. It was looking like it was gonna go the same way our entire trip, so I was a little bit discouraged. Being discouraged didn't help with what would happen next. What ended up happening is that while I was drifting, all of a sudden out of nowhere, probably like, I say easily an 18-inch cutthroat, out of nowhere comes and just mashes my fly. But since I was already out of it, I wasn't ready, so I completely missed the hook set. Maybe had it on for a second before he popped it, and then he refused to come back. So not looking great. It was definitely, it kept on getting worse. I was feeling pretty out of it. We found another couple spots where we ran into, I think there was like good 16, 17 inch rainbow holding in this little back pool. Unfortunately, it got spooked before I could get a good try at it. So after that, I was fishing near my mom. Mom ended up hooking into what we all suspected would have been a pretty large fish. Unfortunately, a little too much tension in the line and a difficult fight from where we were. Ended up in the fish getting snapped off, so we didn't get to see what that one was. But I moved down a little bit further. I'd seen a boulder where I'd seen what looked like a pretty decent sized fish rise, so I was like, screw it, I'll check it out.
He was right there. Here, where'd he go? Didn't see how did it too. Literally rose right in front of me. There it is. Holy shit. Nah, he's kind of cooled off.
Think you can move him down the next pool, or?
Yeah, I think I can move him. Oh, come on, sit down.
Actually, I might be able to get him up across. What's too much pressure on him? Alright, he's starting to move this way.
Coming down. Ah, here, let's keep moving. Just keep moving with him. There, he's coming down to you.
Right there, we got him.
Ay,
Oh,
come on.
got him.
Nice, there we go.
That's a nice one, eh? That's at least 16.
Sending off that chunker, 18 inches. Eddie's PB cutthroat.
Definitely very happy with this one. Ended up being my biggest fish of the trip. Probably pretty close to being one of the biggest fish I've ever caught. Nice 19? I think we got in, measured it out. It ended up being like a 19-inch cutthroat. So definitely is a nice little sweetener after all of the failing I'd been doing. So it's nice to get on something that big.
Addie caught the first fish, and that just served as a huge morale boost. And after that, everyone started looking in the water a little more closely, looking for fish and other potential fishing holes. And eventually, I came across this spot, which I thought absolutely had to have fish. I mean, this spot had a slow-moving current, it was pretty deep, and there was plenty of bugs on the surface. So, after a while of casting at this spot, my line had just stopped, and my heart sank because I thought I got caught on a rock.
I got one. It's okay, it's okay. I'll bring him over, You got him? Yeah. Yes, Alex! Really fat. He was super... He went... I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just happy. This is the first big fish I caught in Canada. That's over like 14 inches. Well, See you later, buddy.
Alright, so prior to actually pulling up to the spot that I ended up hooking into my next fish, Alex had actually snapped off what he had thought was about, he said it could have easily been a 20-incher.
I almost did, dude. Oh no! Yep, this guy's big. Dude! I wasn't! Yes, it was a big one. Damn, you took everything.
That means you're putting too much pressure.
What do you mean, dude? I was letting him go. I was trying to put him on the reel, dude.
So that was definitely a disheartening event. But we pulled up to the pool, spotted a pretty big fish, so we, despite it being what we already knew was a little bit of a difficult area, we thought we'd take a shot at it.
There we go. Oh, please no, sir. Wait. No, don't, no. Don't you dare. No, shit.
Put your rod tip down and you can bring him out.
No.
Put your rod tip the other way. Yeah, like that.
It might be the same one that oh, you. There we go. Oh, Jesus.
You let your tip down. Oh, he snapped you?
After that, unfortunately I ended up losing that one, but after that, the rest of the day kind of went downhill pretty quickly. That whole area had gotten just, I'd say easily like
20 mile per hour winds, maybe?
20 mile per hour winds, just absolutely burning through the whole spot. Flies were getting thrown out of the water left and right, so it was almost impossible to fish. And at the end there, actually, Alex ended up managing to hook into one more fish. I think it was a good fish as well.
Yep. Alright. First big fish of the day. No, he's going under the rock. Oh, come on. He's going towards you.
Yeah, I see. I need you to bring him up though.
Go, come on.
I need you to bring him up.
I am. Come on, dude. He's right there. Alright, yep. Come on, Mondo, catch up. Mondo, dude. Dude, that was your chance.
Got him.
Oh my god.
Alex!
Oh my lord, dude.
Oh, that was spooky.
That took way too long.
So, it was our final day before we had to leave. Still no bull trout on the list. Definitely was what we had come to Canada for. We're hoping to get some very large bull trout, but our trip hadn't been going that way. So this is the last river we were going to be fishing. So we were definitely looking to see if we could hook into bull trout. Definitely trying to up our numbers as well. So we were all looking to have a good day. So probably after walking a good couple of miles, we got into this kind of little like canyon-esque area. Saw actually one that we ended up after a while assuming that had been spawning. Big, almost looked like it could have easily been like a 20-inch bull trout. We saw him just kind of slowly making its way up the river, so that was definitely a cool sight, as well as gave us a little bit of hope to let us know that they're at least in there. We were getting a little discouraged. We hadn't seen anybody really matching that. So maybe, I gotta say, a couple 100 feet down, spotted this boulder that led into a really nice deep drop off. So I was like, what the hell, take my shot at it.
Big fish?
Oh shit. It's a hard fighter. It's a deep pool right there. He keeps on diving. Oh, that's actually a pretty good fish. You can back up a little bit. You can back up too. Be careful if he dives on those rocks. This guy looks like a rainbow. Oh my God, Addy.
Is that a bull?
Yeah. Just keep him on. Oh, it is. Just keep him on. Oh, Mom, it's a bull trout!
Jesus Christ, man.
Your GoPro
I
on?
think they're big. No, it's not.
Bull trout!
15 and a half.
Confirmed,
Down to
15
the
and a
dock.
half.
Alright, buddy.
Let him go home. Don't tell your friends.
Finally had a bull trout. Nice to have it. Nothing out of this world massive, but still, I think we cleaned it up at a 16. It was about a 16-inch. So still nice. Never caught before. Had really nice patterns and everything like that. It was a good cap to our whole trip. Although overall our trip was a bit of a struggle. Although we didn't get as many fish as we'd like, nor the big fish that we were hoping for. Overall, it was still a pretty nice trip, and I can't say I was disappointed. Definitely a spot we'd have to hit back up sometimes. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to watch our last video.